Greetings, everybody. Merry meet. Blessed be to y'all. So this is just talking about some of my past predictions of 2023 um, and 24, wherein um, the first mention of TikTok, the government wanting to ban TikTok, and uh, and then in 2024, I stated that by September that they'll just have decided that they're going to ban TikTok. And so in between all that time, you know, they've been secretly um, coming together and um, going through this and um, their decision and stuff and kind of rehashing it out and they come to the conclusion by September of last year that TikTok's going to be banned no matter what. It's going to be banned. And in one of my past videos, most of them I I uh, I pretty much posted on TikTok itself because that was the subject matter at hand. um, and so any of my followers that were on TikTok will know about these videos. They'll have viewed them, uh, and know that what I'm saying is true in regards to my predictions. So, uh, and I stated in some of those several videos that something didn't seem right, and I also complained to the fact that TikTok, out of all the social media platforms, TikTok was more strict and more fact checking than any other social media out there, even Facebook. I was able to post videos on Facebook with no problem that TikTok banned. You know, they deleted that video or they deleted the sound. They were more strict in regards to violating First Amendments, freedom of speech and expression, uh, those rights than any other social media platform. And something didn't seem right. Now, this isn't just something that happened towards the end, closer to the point where it was being banned. This was going on when the government first mentioned that they wanted to ban TikTok. This action of TikTok um, began then. Um, I can remember seeing a lot of videos, dozens of videos, where people were complaining, creators were complaining that they're being either shadowed by TikTok. In other words, they're able to upload their stuff, but nobody can see it or and respond to it, or they ban it altogether. And at first I didn't have any problems, but then I started getting targeted too as well. The thing about it is you know, my intuition was telling me that there was a lot more behind this than what meets the eye. And during this whole time, um, there was deals being made behind the curtains, so to speak, where TikTok and what have you stuff was going to be selling out to an American company, so to speak. And so it was being planned all along, you know. And then there's been some videos and stuff that have come out on other social media platforms of creators who have done investigation and who have experience in, uh, tracing back, you know, um, uh, these platforms and everything and stuff, their existence and where they're, etc. Wherein once TikTok was banned, was blacked out, that servers were being switched um, uh, you know, and to, you know, basically another platform, which is Facebook. And so, and then you're seeing all these links and stuff with Facebook and Talk and TikTok. So, I mean, it's obvious and stuff. But I told you it was coming. And I told you years before it was coming. I told you back in 2023 it was coming. TikTok is going to be banned, you know. And, uh, you know, um, I also mentioned in a lot of my videos and what have you stuff where, and I don't, you know, pull any punches. I don't regret the statements that I made, um, because now we're getting into, you know, um, some real personal situations and stuff. So, on one hand, I was hoping TikTok would be banned. Um, my gosh, man, it's like, you're constantly being bombarded by these, uh, you know, uh, self-proclaimed fraudulent psychic mediums, and all they're doing is trying to get into your wallet. You know what I mean? They really don't. They're really not psychics whatsoever. They're just a bunch of con artists. And my religion, what have you stuff. I've made a lot of self-sacrifices and stuff for my religion, and a lot of those self-sacrifices wasn't just for me. It was for those people who truly, honestly embrace the peaceful, loving nature religion, witchcraft slash Wicca. Again, I predate the discrepancies between the two. I was Wiccan slash witch before there was ever a discrepancy, a wedge forcibly shoved between the two labels. Uh, they used to mean just the same thing. You know, a Wiccan was a witch was a Wiccan. It didn't offend me to be called either one. It meant the same thing. But, now the millennial new age witches and stuff are trying to shove that wedge as deep as they can between those two, and they don't even, they disregard the actual facts of history and the origins from the word witch, where it came from, and where Wicca came from, and how they connect together, and they're both one of the same. So I mean, and you try to educate people, and it's one thing when you know um they're just ignorant, but they respect the knowledge, and they're willing to investigate and research themselves of those origins of those labels, those terms. But there's some that just don't want to hear it, and they just want to keep shoving that wedge down there, and I've actually, there's a difference between discrimination and persecution. I've actually been persecuted, not just discriminated. In addition, I was persecuted, punished for my religious beliefs by the state of Utah, and I had to file a lawsuit. And I prevailed in the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals in 2007. And so I went through a lot of crap, and to protect not just my religious spiritual rights and practices, but others as well. And so, and then to have a bunch of these clowns come by and try to destroy this peaceful, loving nature religion that was built off of historical facts, and can be, that Gerald Gardner had traced back, and it continued on with, and stuff, and also discrediting him, and chastising him, and bastardizing him. It's just it's and it was all due to a male hate group. You know what I mean? These are females who claim to be Wiccan and everything and stuff, and a witch, and just hated the fact that he was actually the founder of this neo witchcraft movement, and they hated that fact. They couldn't deal with that fact. It just disturbed them so much, So, and they distort the historical facts. There's a lot of male witches back during the Inquisition, the Spanish Inquisition, who was persecuted under the charge of witchcraft, blasphemy, heresy against the church, as there was women. It's something that they try to reshape history and leaving that part out. So in all reality, their attitudes and stuff towards neo witchcraft, traditional neo witchcraft, they're no better than the Christians who have tried to stomp out the historical facts and what have you stuff of paganism. So they're just as cowardly, as much guilty as Christians are in regards to deceiving, you know, um, those people in search of this new spiritual path of life, this way of life. So when you're persecuted and all you're trying to do is open up that, and then people come along and just stomp the hell out of, and just disrespect those who have gone before to give them the religious freedoms that they have today. And there's many of us, not just me, there's many of us who have had to go through these legal process, these judicial processes and stuff, litigation and stuff, to fight for our religious freedoms and expression and speech and practice, etc. So when it comes to TikTok, yeah, that really ruffled my feathers, man. You know, and I made a lot of videos trying to expose a lot of them and stuff, and some of them are just good spiritual healers, and there's a difference. But there's those that that claim to be, that try to foretell, fortune playing crap, with people, and just to get into the wallets to get their money, and they really don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they're sure in the hell not true psychics. So, but anyway, so the future of TikTok is up in question. What have you stuff? I believe that Mark Zuckerberg and what have you stuff. He was a coward in regards to the way everything went down. But again, he, it is what it is. We can't turn around and change the past to affect the future. All we can do is learn from the past to avoid that same thing happening in the future. So, we're just going to have to watch and wait and see. TikTok will be back on, and I think it's going to be pretty much, you know, for the most part, I still think it's going to be better than any other platform out there, Clapper, Spooks, and, whatever. But we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. But, the thing about it is, I will keep on defending the true, neo, spiritual witchcraft movement and slash Wicca movement, and with facts, historical facts. And I'll defend it against those who try to bastardize it and try to put out false history. So, but anyway, it's interesting all the politics that went behind TikTok, and I think there was also a video that I put out and stuff where I still believe this still today. I mean, I trust my intuition and my collective, resources and stuff. And TikTok was an experience, an experiment. It was given birth by, it was created back in 2016, I believe. And I believe that this COVID crisis thing was pre-planned too as well, and they not only wanted to observe and to, in regards to how people would react to a lockdown situation, which was the COVID-19 man-made virus that they deliberately. I believe it was on purpose. I believe that it was planned out, but they also wanted a way to where they could actually observe interaction, in the privacy of people's homes, their cars, or whatever, in their own personal privacy, wanted to observe people's behaviors in regards to, you know, judged and upon their interaction with a social platform and what have you stuff, which would allow them to post things and be themselves, their true selves. Because when people go out in society and what have you stuff, we put on this look. We want to look good, feel good, and be right in everybody's eyes. So we put on this front. But when we're in home, we are our true selves. So they wanted to study that. They wanted to research that, and I believe that TikTok and COVID goes hand in hand in regards to the government's endeavors and the corporate elites endeavors. The Christian Unity's corporate elites, endeavors, and so I believe that there's a lot of facts behind this conspiracy theory. So, but anyway, it is what it is. We got to move forward, But anyhow, you know, um, we're in 2025, and a lot of interesting things are going up. And you can go on YouTube and you can look up my, 2025 predictions. You know, um, So, um, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, I hope this video is was entertaining and educational at the same time. Thank you. Ooh.